Welcome back to the Reidel Law Firm Odyssey channel. Starting a short series on the traps that startup franchisors face, and really any early phase franchisor who's approaching franchising at the initial stages. Some of these topics have come up in conversations I've had lately. One of them, several of them being at the National Restaurant Association, huge show in Chicago every year. First time they had it since 2019. We were there exhibiting, talking to folks, and just talking about franchising, explaining the process and whatnot. Really great show, amazing. I would highly recommend it if you are a restaurateur or in the restaurant industry. Just amazing, cool stuff. And if you're interested, reach out to me. And because we exhibit, we get free passes. So definitely, shoot me an email. We'll get you in. So anyway, so we've had some conversations about startup franchising, what to do, what are the pitfalls, and some of the traps involved. So I have jotted down some notes that I think are going to be helpful, and just wanted to go through some of those with folks and share it here on the channel because I think it would be helpful for anyone, right? So the first one I had is compromising your system for franchise sales. So what this means is that, of course, once you start franchising, you're real excited. You want to get out the door. You're going to bring the next best product to everybody, right? You're going to expand all over the country and the world eventually, and do some really cool stuff. And you're going to find out through the initial franchise sales that you're going to have candidates who probably have the money and have the drive maybe, who may not be the right fit. And you will need to have the, tenacity, the steadfastness to reject candidates who are not a good fit, even if they have the money. And my good friends Craig Dietz and Kyle Jersey at Jumpstart Franchising Services, the way they put it is treat your first franchisee as you would your 1,000th. So, and what they mean from that is don't compromise your system. Don't take candidates who may be suboptimal and compromise your system standards or compromise your vision just because you want that initial infusion of the initial franchise fee or royalties, right? It will be very, very tempting. But what you're going to do is you're going to set up a franchise system that will have flawed operators or who will have suboptimal operators, and you will always be battling that. It's going to take, it's the 80-20 principle. It's like 20% of your franchisees who you put in the wrong position are going to cause 80% of your problems and take up 80% of your time moving forward. And it's going to keep you from excelling, right? It's going to keep you from accelerating the right way and doing great stuff. So it's very, very important. It's incumbent upon franchisors to spend the time and the effort recruiting the right way, vetting candidates, vetting franchisee candidates to make sure that they are a good culture fit, a good monetary fit, right? That their financials are in order, that they have the right expectations of what their legal obligations are and what the system expectations of them are. Those are all very important to lay out, which is going to be a part of your franchise sales process eventually. But if you're starting up, you probably don't quite have it down yet. You don't have some of those questions and answers and explanatory details prepared yet, which you need to work with. And we have great folks that we partner with to help you with that. But it's extremely important to take that into consideration and start planning now. Start planning ahead now for all of that. And I'll tell you that it's not just about the finances, whether they have the financials or not. It will go into things like the right cultural fit. I've seen situations with franchisors that we've assisted where they've put franchisees in place early who ended up not being a cultural fit because there are cultural misunderstandings, and it's not even just like nationalities or religion or anything. It's cultural fit in your background, in your experience. So coming from a corporate background, or coming from a background where you've owned your own business and jumping into a franchise unit and becoming a franchisee has an entire host of cultural clashes. What you expected to do as an employee versus what you expected to do as a business owner are completely different of what your obligations and expectations are as a franchisee. And it's not the franchisee's fault that they had that misconception or misunderstanding. It's the franchisor's fault. And it's the franchisor's sales process that is flawed, right? In not vetting people correctly and not understanding where those frictions may be and making sure that everybody's aware of it and understanding those frictions so that you don't place suboptimal folks into franchise units. So That's I don't want to take too long. I know I'm running up on 5 minutes here, so it's I could talk for hours on this. But if you're thinking about franchising, don't compromise your system standards for sales, and reach out to Reidel Law Firm. I'm happy to chat with you and point you in the right direction. We have some great folks in our network and folks we work with every day who help put together the sales process, who help put together the vetting process, and who help you write your operations and systems. We handle the legalese. If you're considering franchising, give us a call. We will connect you with the right folks and get you started on the right foot. Look in the description for more details. You can visit ReidelLawFirm.com. Thank you.